Hello, good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. Okay, so right now you need your whiteboards out, and we are going to be going over some practice problems because I think that one of the things that we're struggling with still is when we have improper fractions like this, we're still struggling to make them into mixed numbers. So we're going to be working on this. So make sure that you have your whiteboard out. You guys shouldn't be writing any problems down yet. I'm gonna go like randomly, so you will never know where we are gonna be. Okay, so the very first thing that I want you to do is let's look at number 2. Okay, don't write this problem down yet. It's going to be 14/10 or 14 over 10. So this is an improper fraction. Why? I want you to think, why is this an improper fraction? I wish I could hear you, but hopefully you're saying it's because this, sorry, it's hard to focus. There we go. Hopefully you're saying it's because this numerator here, which is 14, is bigger than the denominator, which is 10. I'm going to zoom out, actually. That, I think, makes it a little easier. There we go. Okay, so, oh my goodness. That made it really bad. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's okay. 14 is bigger than 10. That's improper because we can't have a bigger numerator than denominator. So what we're going to do is make it a mixed number. Remember, a mixed number is when you have like a whole number and then you have a fraction. So like 1 1/2. You guys have gotten lots of practice converting mixed numbers to improper fractions, but I think we need some more practice with this. Okay, so I'm going to explain this a few different ways. We've already kind of gone over this, and as you can see, this is grade 3. So what that means to me is that in grade 3, do you guys remember what happened when you were in 3rd grade? COVID happened and you went home and you weren't there for the rest of the year. So there's lots of 3rd grade skills that we just want to hit again and we need to practice. But this also means that we really need to get it in 5th grade. So if you're struggling with this, we really need to practice. Because when you go into middle school, this is going to slow you down if you don't know how to do this. So anyway, what I want to explain to you is that when you see a fraction bar, do you see this fraction bar that's dividing my numerator and my denominator? That is the same thing as a division symbol. So this is 14 out of 10. You could say that. So for example, if you had like a test and there were 9 problems, and if you got 9 out of 9, that means that you would have 100%, right? You would get all of them right. If you had 8 out of 9, you would not have 100%, and that is 8/9. You got 8/9 of the test right. So I'm going to go over here. 14/10. So this is improper, remember? But what you need to think about is this is a division sign. So it's the same thing as if I was dividing 14 divided by 10, okay? How many times can 10 go into 14? That I just put dots so they look like decimal numbers. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, so we think, how many times does 10 go into 14? It goes in 1 time. 10 times 1, 10. You subtract, you get 4, and you have a remainder 4 if we're doing remainders. Okay, so 10 goes into 14 1 time. How much is left over? 4. And then out of how much? 10. 1 over 4/10. Okay, this is not simplified. So the way that I want to simplify it is 1. And then what can I divide 4 by and 10 by? 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So a way that you could do that, I just taught you a new way to do it, okay? This is a new way. It's a little bit longer, but if you are still confused with how to get from here to here in your brain, this is what you need to be doing. So again, we think, okay, this is the same thing as 14 divided by 10. I'm thinking, how many times does 10 go into 14? Once. How much is left over? 4 out of 10, and then we just need to simplify it. So it's 1 2/5. Okay, what I want you guys to do now is, let's do an easier one. Let's do 5 over 2. So get your whiteboards out, and I want you to write 5 over 2 really quick. And I need to flip this page for like a second, so hold on. 5 over 2. Okay. So we are on number 4. You're doing 5 over 2. Okay, there's multiple ways that you could be doing this. So I'm going to talk you guys through it while you're doing it, and we can be working together. Okay, So again, I told you that this is the same thing as 5 divided by 2 because that fraction bar symbolizes division. So if I wanted to do that, it would be 5 divided by 2. How many times does 2 go into 5? Twice. 2 times 2 is 4. I subtract. I have 1 left over. So it's 2 remainder 1. So 2 goes into 5 2 times, and this kind of went into my answer, so I'm going to like draw a box so it goes away. Okay, how many times does 2 go into 5? Twice. We have our whole number right here, and then our remainder is 1. But is it just like a 1? No, it is 1 over something. That remainder is a fraction. 1 over what? What's my denominator over here? 2. 2.5. Okay. The way you may have been doing this in your brain is you think, okay, how many times does 2 go into 5? Twice. How much is left over? 1 over 2. So that's the same way as if we were doing it this longer way. But this longer way gets you the definite right answer. Okay, hopefully you got 2.5. Let's do this one. This is a little bit of a trickier one. 35 over 12. Okay, let's do this last one together, and then I'm going to give you guys some ones to do on your own. So I need to think about, okay, this is the same thing as 35 divided by 12. Okay, how many times does 12 go into 35? Twice, almost 3 times. Okay, 24. 12 times 2 is 24. How much is left over? We have 11. So we have 2 remainder 11. So again, recap, 12 goes into 35 twice with a remainder of 11. So again, I'm going to draw my little box. My whole number is 2. My remainder is 11. What's my denominator? 12. 2 and 11 twelfths. Okay, can I simplify this? Think about if I can simplify it. Remember, we're going to see the factors of 11 are just 1 and 11. Can I divide 12 by 11? Nope. So my answer is 2 and 11 twelfths. Okay, so now, oh, and I should have boxed these answers. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want you guys to do 9/5 on your own, okay? You can do it either way. If you're writing out this whole division problem, you can do that, or you can just try and do it in your head and we'll see if you get it right. Some of you have had a lot of practice with this already. Okay, if you guys need more time to work on this, Ms. Picano can pause this, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it. So again, pause it if you guys need more time, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. Okay, 9/5. The way I'm going to think about this is 9 divided by 5. So how many times does 5 go into 9? Once. 5 times 1 is 5. 9 minus 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. So I have a remainder of 4. Okay. So my whole number, how many times 5 goes into 9, is 1. And how much is left over? 4 over 5. And I can't simplify this because there's nothing I can divide 4 by that I can divide 5 by. Your answer is 1 4/5. Okay, so hopefully this way I'm teaching you now is an easier way for you to think of it, hopefully. If not, then I'm going to come back on Monday. I'm so excited to see you guys. So I'm coming back on Monday, and we're going to work on this also next week because I want to say this on a video. I think I may have said it before, but I don't remember. On Friday, you guys, like not on... You're watching this on Thursday, which is tomorrow because I'm doing this on a Wednesday. This is not the upcoming Friday. This is the next Friday. So a week from tomorrow for you guys. You're going to have a test. And this test is going to be on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. It's a really big fractions test. And then once we are done with that, we should be done with fractions, which is really exciting. But I need you guys to be really, really aware of where you need extra practice. And I'm going to give you some practice over the weekend that you can be working on. Because I really want you to be prepared. You guys have done such a great job with adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing fractions. I just don't want you to mess up on those little details that you're forgetting. So anyway, what I am going to tell you is I want you to be studying for that and just prepared, because you're also going to be having to do things like this and converting back from this way to this way, all that. So anyway, okay. So now you guys are going to have your own independent work, which is basically this worksheet, okay? So there are lots of problems here, 1 through 21. I am not going to give you a portion of this worksheet. I want you to do the entire worksheet because this is very important skill that you need to get down. Like I said, this is grade 3. You're in grade 5. This should be easy, hopefully by the next time we take our test, which is next Friday. So yeah, you guys are gonna do great. I can't wait. Excuse me. I can't wait to see you on Monday for Valentine's Day. It's gonna be the best day ever. Yeah, so have a great day. I love you guys. I miss you. Goodbye.